Hello, Richard here. I'm going to be talking to you about my internet marketing business and what it is that, uh, how it works. And before we get started in the presentation, though, what I want you to do is download the slides. So I want you to put this video on hold, pause it, and go ahead and download the slides, which are located right here at sbibusinesscoach.com, which is my website, /download. Pretty easy. sbibusinesscoach.com /download. Go ahead and do that, and then come on back here, and I'll go ahead and give the presentation, and you'll be able to have the slides then to follow along. Okay, so you'd like to know why it is I'm talking about internet marketing, because basically I believe that I'll be able to help more people with my background in internet marketing than I will be in some other areas in which I'm also engaged with in business. And how did I get started with this? Well, first of all, that internet marketing really is all about internet advertising. And it started out for me to get involved with doing internet advertising, and how it is you go about doing that is when my grandson was growing up, and he's in high school and getting ready to coming up and going to college. And what happened is that he was very much involved with video games, and we were concerned about, or I was concerned about him and his, whether or not he would be able to keep up with his studies. And so what I did for Christmas in his last year, in his senior year, for Christmas time, I sent him off a subscription to the Site Build It web business building platform, because I thought that he maybe would find an interest in that, and I sent it off to him. Well, take a long story and bring it back short. What he did is he ended up going to Denver and went to the School of Business there and graduated, got himself a job, stayed in that job for a number of years, and he just recently moved on to helping people access their health care records and things like that, and was with one of the largest providers of doing that now. He just got certified in doing that, and he's on for a wonderful career in the business world, using internet technologies in order to support other people and be able to do very important things that they need to be able to do. That came about because he got started with trying to learn, but learning how to build business websites by using a suite of business tools, which we are still using today, and one of the services that I provide. And basically that course that I give, which I present online, and I've taught it at the Citadel School of Business Administration, helps people learn how to use the internet to build a successful business, or to use the internet to promote an existing business. So basically I gave that gift to him. And then what came along after this success, and I had built a website, is that I was working with a friend, a husband of my wife's horseback riding partner, and he was trying to get his business launched. He already was doing the business. He was a physical fitness trainer, taught Pilates, and he had published a book, and he couldn't get it published. And so I told him, Larry, I'd be glad to help him do that if he'd exchange getting my body back in shape, because I needed some help at that time. And we agreed, and we did a business exchange. He became my personal trainer, and I became his, helping him getting his business launched. And as a result of that, I was invited to by Site Build It, by Site Sell, the company that provides a suite of tools that's called Site Build It, asked me if it'd be all right for them to promote the website that I had built for Larry. And they said they'd probably get some traffic and publicity for it, and I said that would be a great idea, and they did that. Well, long story short, that I ended up becoming what I call the accidental webmaster. And there's a story about me that used to be on the internet, and it's still in one of the business building books that Site Build It provides for its clients and customers. But my story of how I became the accidental webmaster is featured there as one of the things that people can do when they use online business. And that then led me down the path of actually teaching how to build a website using these tools, this suite of tools from Site Build It. And I taught that at the Citadel School of Business Administration for 3 years. As a matter of fact, I'm going tomorrow evening to visit with some of my students who are the members of the faculty and staff at the Citadel, and talk to them about how they're doing with their business websites that they built, and they've been successful at doing it. So anyway, that basically, that since people are in business, they need to have a web presence. And what internet marketing is about is how they can turn that web presence into additional income, promote the business, and all sorts of things that you can do there. And as long as you're going to have a business website, why not also let that business website help you with reaching your goals, customers, and building relationships with them, and building additional income. So how do you do that? Well, there's a couple of ways, because basically what you're doing with a web presence is you have either a traditional website, which is a content site, which is a series of pages, or you can use a blogging platform, which basically these days also can be turned into a content website by putting a structure behind it. And there is a debate on whether or not a blogging site or a content website is better. And I don't get into that discussion, because I think basically you ought to be doing both. And most of the traditional websites today have blogging platforms that are attached to them, or you can add it very easily. And the traditional blogging platform today, which is WordPress, has add-ons to it to allow you to structure your content in such a way that's easier for people to access that content. So I think it's just an argument that doesn't make any difference whether or not it's a blogging platform or a traditional website. Either way is fine. I think you have to do both in order to be successful, because people are going to expect to find you on a blogging platform, and traditional websites have blogging capabilities built into them, and the Site Build It suite of tools has an advanced form of a blogging platform. They call them Content 2.0 pages, which allows you then to structure pages which you invite people to comment, who will respond to you and build additional pages to your web platform, which gives it more visibility to the search engines. And what you're doing basically with the traffic coming to your site is that you're trying to get their information, the people who are visiting you, so that you can contact them down the road. And the best way of doing that is to turn them into a customer right from the beginning, and realize that what you're looking for is customers, because when you want to make other sales, the person that you want to go to are people who have already purchased from you, because they already know and trust you, and because they've already placed confidence in you by purchasing from you. And so that's where the best place to concentrate. So what you should be doing from the very beginning is, when you're having an online presence, is you should be building your customer base by turning everybody, or trying to turn everybody who comes to your website into a customer. And they will then, you will follow up with them, and over a period of time, you'll be able to support their needs in your niche. And basically, the way that you collect that information is through capture pages, and those capture pages are forms which basically allow the persons to put in the contact information, and then you'll put that into a database, and then put it into what we call an autoresponder, so that you can follow up with your list, your building list of people that you're collecting, who are going to be your customers in the future, or who have been your customers in the past. And that will then be the way in which you'll be building out your lifelong list of future clients and customers down the road. So the thing which changes really works on is traffic, and how do you get the traffic that's come to your website? Well, basically, you have to know what it is that your target niche, the people that who you're targeting to help with whatever your business or service is. You need to know what it is they're interested in. So you put yourself in the place of them, and what it is that their interests are, and find out what it is that they're searching for on the internet, and then you basically build your content around those search terms, or called search engine optimization is what it is, the term that's used for this. You know what the search terms are. You build content around that so that when people go searching, they will then find your content pages, and then will go to your website, where you'll then give them an opportunity to leave you contact information if in fact you provide them things in which they would be interested in when they get there. Now, there are various ways in which you can do this, what I call content marketing. You can do it through videos, through blogging, through email, social media, and paid advertising are all different ways in which you can do that. And the more traffic that you get to your website, the more potential you have for giving people something of interest to them, and the more that you can then grow your contact list and be able then to cultivate them by pre-selling them on yourself and what it is that you're doing, that you're, in fact, that you are targeted on what it is that they need. So you get traffic. And then you want to be thinking from the very beginning about how it is you're going to turn that traffic into sales. You want to make a sale, because once a customer, then your future customers can be built from that. And so when you're starting your web presence, what you would do is you want to make sure you have a list of all your current past customers, and start contacting them and providing them follow-up information to whatever service or product that you gave to them. And you can offer them other things that are related to that. And there's various different ways you can determine what it is their needs and wants are. And if you don't know what they are, you can ask them this by putting a survey on and asking them what it is they'd like to have, or what you might be provided to them that's related to what it is, their business and service, which you know in which they're interested in. And on this page, what you're seeing here is a whole list of a table of contents which is provided with the web business services that I provided in my course to all the students going through the course. And this covers just about the whole panoply of areas and the things you can do and use a web platform to be able to support. And this includes service business, affiliate businesses, and existing businesses across the board. And you take a look at whatever the business may be, and and they will have a web site out there, or a web presence out there, that's promoting what it is that they're doing. And it's just the way in which things are operating today. And more, the way in which we're contacting people is moving into mobile platforms. So anyway, this is a whole group of whole list of information that's is an illustration of the extensive resources that we make available to the people who are interested in using their web presence to possibly come up with additional streams of income and promote their own business, or an online business, or a new one. Now, what I have over here, what you're doing when you're starting to sell to people online, is that you want to make sure that they go through what they call a monetization funnel. And a funnel basically is when somebody comes into your system, that you have a series of steps that they go through, which they have an opportunity to purchase goods and services that you offer them, and give the people the opportunity to be able to show you that, in fact, that they appreciate what you're doing by giving them something that is of value to them, that you can provide to them. If you can provide your own goods and services, provide the goods and services of others. And what I've provided here are 4 examples of monetization funnels which can be compatible with any web business. And simply, there's one that's called the Simple Money System, and I have a link here that's in the handout which I've given you, which you can take a look at it and get a video presentation about what it is. There's one that's closely related to it, and it's about they call a 7-minute workout. And for those people who are interested in exercise as part of their wellness regime, excuse me, that if you follow this program, which is conducted by professional trainers, fitness trainers, that basically you can keep your body in shape with 3 7-minute workouts a week. I would recommend more than that, but that's what they say that you can get by with, and it's an easy program to follow. Dr. Oz has a 7-minute workout, but it requires really 2 people to do that workout which he provides. Another one